This time, we want to make an object grabbable. So let me just create a sphere. And this would be the object that would be grabbable. All right. So before we do that, before we make this grabbable, under your XR origin, I'll do it for the left controller first. We need to create an empty. Okay. And let's call this, for example, as left interactable. Okay. So this is just an empty, but this is basically meaning this hand would be able to grab objects. That's why we're gonna add now what we call an XR direct interactor. Okay. So what's important this here is since this is the left hand, is it the left hand? Yep. Yeah. So this is the left hand. The handedness would become um, left. Then we add the sphere collider. This could be any shape, but technically this would be the grabbable area of our left hand, and they should be moved here. Okay, the grabbable area would be here. Yeah, okay. I'll just make this large so that we could test it later when we grab this cube. But you could make that smaller if you want, and then make sure that is trigger is checked. Okay, I'll do the same thing with the right hand. So under the right controller, we create an empty. Let's call this as right interactable. This is an empty. Then we create now an XR direct interactor, meaning it could interact with objects. Then right. Then lastly, let's add a sphere collider and make it as trigger and place this on your right hand. There we go. I'll make it larger. So collider, edit it. There we go. This would be the interactable areas. Okay. Now, so under the left interactable, which I will also do in the right, go for the input configuration. Okay. And then just select this, then look for select. This is the left hand, and this one would be the select value. Okay. Same thing for the activate, meaning select, it could select the objects, and then for activate, it can activate the grabbable area. And this one, activate input, activate value. Okay. All right. I'll do the same thing for the right interactable. So under the input configuration, okay. This would be select. For the right. This is the for the right. Did they use the yep? This for the right, and then here right. I'm sorry. Select value, but for the right hand. Double check that. This would be select value for the right hand. So let me double check this. There we go. This is the right hand, right? Right interaction. Yep. Okay. Same thing for this one. Okay. Look for activate right hand. Sorry. And this would be activate. Just make sure it's the right hand. Just double check each. Left, 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 left. Select value. Activate value. So right. Select value. Activate. Now next we have to select our object that we want to grab. Okay. And then just add now. Okay. Just add the collider. And then of course we need a rigid body. I could make this as kinematic, okay? And I'll uncheck use gravity so that it won't fall. It's kinematic so that it stays. Then what we have to use here is to add what we call an X star grab interactable component. So, yep, grab interactable component. Okay, I'll test that. Uh-huh. I won't be showing my webcam because there was a problem when I was showing my webcam. There was what do you call this? There was the audio was not working in the previous video. But yeah, but you could just follow the steps on what I was clicking there. So if I play, and let's see what's gonna happen. So I'm using my right hand. Okay. Let's go with white. There we go. Game view. Okay, so this is my right hand. So I'm moving it. Move. Okay. So to grab, use the middle finger. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm able to grab. Release the middle finger. I'm not able to grab again. So we go back. Middle finger. If I could, I'll show that to you later. Okay, middle finger to grab. There we go. Grab. We release. There we go. Grab again. Middle finger. There we go. So, what's the grab button in the input system controls? So let me show that to you. So the grab button technically is this white button here, this one. Okay, that's what you use for the grab button. But if you want a different controls, for example, you want the grab to be this button here. Hold on. There's a button here that I want to show you. For a different button, you use the new input system controls and you have to customize it using your own binding. Okay, so that's the reason why there was the first set of tutorials in the new input system. So if you want to use a different control, okay? But here with the XR interaction toolkit with the this one package manager and then the interaction toolkit plus the starter assets, the codes has already been provided for you. So that's how it's simple it is. I was trying this in 6.3, Unity 6.3. It was not working, but when I tested it in 6.2, it was working. Okay? So, thank you.